Krem of the Yellow Hills is a ruthless mercenary who travels across the galaxy and kills people. Rudy Mary Knoll is a young alien girl from some planet. Her father is killed by Krem and she seeks revenge. She goes to a bar to hire a mercenary but is assaulted instead, and a sword is stolen. Kara Zor-El, Supergirl, intervenes, beats the man and returns the sword. She was there to celebrate her 21st birthday with Crypto by getting drunk. This is how Rudy meets Kara and finds the right mercenary to hunt Krem. Hey everyone, the Dark Knaik is here. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is an 8-issue limited series published between 2021 and 2022. It was written by Tom King and illustrated by Bilquis Evely. It is widely regarded as one of the strongest Supergirl stories in recent years and earned a nomination for the Eisner Award for Best Limited Series. This is the very story on which DCU's upcoming film Supergirl is based. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow centers around Kara Zor-El and Rudy, traveling different worlds to hunt down Krem, who killed Rudy's father. So the reading experience often feels like a space western or a cosmic road trip. Because I felt a couple of issues were only meant to showcase Bilquis Evely's marvelous drawings and the vibrant existence of different colorful worlds where Kara and Rudy couldn't trace him. Therefore, traveling those worlds carried less importance. Woman of Tomorrow is an old-school revenge story where Krem escapes multiple times and create hurdles in their destiny, whereas Rudy's failing quest adds frustration and taking revenge becomes her obsession. In Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Tom King carefully develops both Kara and Rudy. He successfully made the readers understand their griefs and troubles, because both Kara and Rudy had their share of tragedies on their back. Rudy is introduced at the start, while Kara's backstory unfolds in broad detail in the 6th issue. Despite accepting Rudy's request for help, Supergirl does not intend to be her executioner, but a force of restraint, a guardian of law. The story is told through Rudy's perspective, who is pretty young but mature enough to narrate in a highly formal English. Her narration reflects a worldview of an absolutist, but also of a young girl who tries to process trauma while trying to sound like an adult. One key element that makes Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow an interesting read is the traveling companionship of Kara Zor-El and Rudy. Although there is an age gap, their personalities partially matches due to their shared grief. Kara lost a world. Rudy lost a father. Rudy's anger is raw as the wounds of the tragedy are fresh. Supergirl, despite being drunk at the beginning, has emotional control and matured with difficult experience. Therefore, Rudy observes and judges Kara in her narration. The qualities that she sees in Kara are actually the points that reflects on Supergirl's maturity. Supergirl doesn't abuse her power. A few times she gets annoyed but tolerates. She punches only when Rudy is troubled. Kara teaches her to use lavatory, and that makes me wonder what kind of world Rudy comes from, where she questions whether washing hands is a necessity. In the 5th issue, when Kryptonite weakens Kara, Rudy steps up, guard her by drawing her sword against the looming dinosaurs. The main reason why I choose to read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is that the DCU's next live-action film Supergirl is inspired and based on this story. James Gunn officially confirmed it while announcing and briefing the first chapter of Gods and Monsters. So I decided to read and experience Tom King and Bilquis Evely's vision before the film hits theater on June 26. Millie Alcock seems like a terrific choice for Supergirl. Only time will tell if she can carry the mantle of the daughter of Krypton. For the sidekick, Rudy, Eve Ridley looks like an impressive selection. But again, time will tell how the actress grows the traumatic Rudy and plays her part in the story. From the multiple trailers of Supergirl released so far, I can visualize its authenticity with Woman of Tomorrow, with one major exception: Jason Momoa's Lobo. Because Lobo doesn't appear in the original story. So what could be the reason for taking such creative liberty? In comics, Rudy is looking for someone who will agree to kill her father's murderer. So perhaps Lobo in the film is one of the bounty hunters. And what could be a better introduction of this anti-hero and Jason Momoa into the DCU? The only thing the whole world of 8.30 billion people can agree on is Jason Momoa to be the perfect choice for Lobo. They were made for each other. After years of conceptualizing him Lobo, we all are excited to finally watch him play it. By reading Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, I had my first experience of looking at the drawings of the Brazilian comic book artist Bilquis Evely. Supergirl and the storyline feels perfect for younger readers, particularly female fans, so one can feel the colorful vibrance during the narration. What impressed me the most were her splashes throughout the series. Observe the Dragon in the Galaxy with a beautiful mixing of pink and sky blue colors in the second issue. This is followed by furious Supergirl backed by a fiery orange. In the third issue, there is a chaotic wrath of Barbon's brigands. Observe superb detailing of the dinosaur in the fifth issue, or the magnificent drawing of Brigane's death ship, Bonnie Prince Charlie, in a double-page spread. The final issue of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow delivers the true moral weight of the series. It is more than what we readers understood about the narrative. Spoiler alert. Cram is eventually captured, and Supergirl leaves Ruthie alone with him, while she flies off to fight the brigands. As expected, Ruthie attacks him and tries to kill him, but somehow she hesitates. When Supergirl returns, she opens up that she took Ruthie with her to different worlds in Cram's quest, to teach her a larger truth that killing in every capacity is wrong. Ruthie realizes and stops Kara from executing Cram and hands him to the authorities. And that's the message DC Comics readers are most inspired of. No killing. Superheroes in DC don't kill bad people, nor do they suggest others. Throughout the story, Supergirl is neither brutal nor destructive. On the contrary, Kara inspires Ruthie on a longer and broader context that revenge cannot undo loss. Killing her father's murderer will not bring her father back. He must be punished by the law. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is a deeply affecting comic series that makes the readers, especially the young generation, understand that the fruits of revenge in fury serves the evil purpose and corrupts the society with hatred and toxicity. DC's historic voice for justice clearly shapes the horizon. Traumatic Ruthie Mary Knoll finds wisdom and inspiration. Kara Zor-El, who was gashed and darkened by the destruction of her world and the cruelty on Earth, finds purpose in guiding a young soul. Finding the story so compelling and powerful for cinematic purpose, I'm more excited for the upcoming Supergirl film that is based on this story. And I just hope, for the sake of commercial interest in business, the filmmakers will not dismantle the principles of narration for a political message. I'm Knaik.